Hello and welcome to a new episode of Startups Weekly. These are our topics. New technologies, innovation and digitalization are transforming the real estate industry. Every year, Union Investment and GTech award the most innovative business model in that sector. We went to the event, talked to the organizers and winners. Let's have a look.
And the first prize goes to Double.
The PropTech award that we have seen today was the third time that we actually did this kind of award. And the aim is to bring together startups and corporates in the field of real estate and looking for new innovation. The idea is to look globally. That's why we brought in participants from all over the world. And we have seen over the last 3 years, the number of international startups applying for it is increasing.
I feel really exciting. I was not expecting this at all. I just give my best, so it's a really good thing for us, also a good visibility and generating trust in our solution and disruption. We are aiming for a future in which the buildings take care of the people and not the people of the buildings. So what we have developed is an autonomous control for commercial buildings, bringing the possibility of real estate to go to the next cube of control in those buildings and avoiding and eliminating the human control error, saving energy, reducing operation problems and costs, but also providing a healthy environment for the people in the buildings or indoor environments in a green way.
We had a variety of criteria that we were looking into besides the team, the business model. It's also the addressable market and the way how they solve it, and also obviously the way how they pitched on stage. And I think we were all very much impressed by the approach that they take from a technical standpoint to actually solve that problem. And so it was a pretty clear decision over the jury duty to identify them as the winning company.
This week we had some exciting investment news. Get Your Guide finally officially confirmed the investment of SoftBank, and Amazon is also investing in Deliveroo. Let's find out more in our weekly news overview.
TechEU and Stripe have published the report Life is Growth, which deals with investments in European scale-ups. The report analysed more than 2,000 growth startups that have raised a total of more than €30 billion in growth funding across 2,300 investment rounds from 2016 to 2018. In 2018, the total investment into growth startups in France and Germany grew by roughly 27%, whereas the number in the UK virtually stagnated. The industries that received the most money are fintech, health tech, software as a service, and transportation. Travel activity platform Get Your Guide has announced its latest funding round, a massive €433 million investment from telecoms firm SoftBank, among others. Get Your Guide hopes that the fresh capital will help them to bridge the gap between themselves and leading competitor in the travel experiences industry, TripAdvisor. The latest capital takes Get Your Guide's total funding to €585 million over 7 funding rounds. The online marketplace offers travellers and holidaymakers unique experiences and excursions worldwide, tailored to suit the needs of the traveller. Users can book excursions across the globe directly via the site. Co-founder and CEO of Get Your Guide, Johannes Reck, said that the sizable investment will help the company to achieve their goal of becoming the world's leading travel experiences brand. Food delivery service Deliveroo has received a massive €515 million investment in its Series G round, led by tech giants Amazon, with participation from other existing investors. This financing round takes the total Deliveroo has raised to €1.37 billion over 7 funding rounds spanning 5 years. Deliveroo is a food delivery service operating in 14 countries worldwide. The London-based startup delivers from over 80,000 restaurants and takeaways via 60,000 employed riders. This €515 million investment represents Deliveroo's biggest funding so far. Deliveroo co-founder and CEO Will Shu said that the firm intends to use the fresh capital to continue to improve its service and offer more flexible, well-paid work for riders. Stratio raised a funding round of €2.7 million, led by Crane Venture Partners with support from Local Globe and further investors in the US and the UK. According to the startup's own figures, it expects its turnover to increase by 500% to around €9 million this year. Stratio is bringing AI to vehicles by applying machine learning models that retrieve and analyse millions of data points. By comparing the real versus expected behaviour of components, Stratio improves automated vehicle testing and predictive intelligence that can assess the vehicle's state of life and detect early anomalies and failure. The vision of Stratio is to drive a zero downtime future, as the founder and COO Rui Sales explained. Agile Analog, a Cambridge analog IP company, announces it has closed its latest pre-A funding round with Dell Ventures, First Minute Capital and MMC Ventures for €4.5 million. Compared to its competitors, Agile Analog is still a rather small company. However, with its innovative approach, it may well go on to disrupt the entire IP industry. With the explosion of the Internet of Things, the demand for new chip designs has never been greater. Analog circuits are needed on every chip to interface between the real and the digital world. Agile Analog is disrupting methodologies that have been unchanged for generations. Agile Analog will use the funding to expand the existing engineering team in Cambridge and to deliver their products faster, as CEO Tim Ramsdale explains. Gym management software startup GlowFox has secured a €9 million funding round to bolster their expansion in the US market. Founded in 2014, GlowFox has already raised more than €11 million over 3 financing rounds. The Irish startup GlowFox is a class-based fitness management platform tailored to fitness entrepreneurs. On its platform, gym owners can manage booking, payments, new leads and memberships. The startup already has customers in 43 countries and over 10,000 courses are booked annually via the software. Founder and former rugby player Conor O'Loughlin told Tech EU that they plan to use the funds to ensure that GlowFox can scale with its partners as they grow their business. The Danish startup Pleo announced that it has raised €50 million in a Series B financing round led by Stripes, a leading New York-based growth fund, with participation from existing investors Kinevic, Creandum and Founders. After the startup collected €14 million a year ago, the new round added another €50 million as fresh capital. The round brings the total amount raised by the scale-up to €70 million. Pleo's mission is to completely upend the arduous business expense process and to make it simpler, faster, more secure and more transparent by virtually eliminating the manual aspect. The startup offers corporate cards paired with software and mobile apps to automatically match receipts and track all spending company-wide in real time. Pleo wants to grow internationally with this investment. Above all, a branch in Germany is also planned, as founder Jeppe Rindom told Wirtschaftswoche.
On Tuesday, San Francisco took a stand against the potential abuse of facial recognition technology by banning the use of such software by the police and other agencies. We talked to Shaun Moore, the founder of Trueface, about the potential effects of this regulation.
So this law was brought up by this local city members, and they were afraid that the use of facial recognition on the San Francisco citizens was an invasion of their privacy. And they believe that they have the right not to be monitored or watched, mass surveilled by local law enforcement. And so it's the first city in the United States that has taken an active approach or active measure on really regulating facial recognition, not necessarily banning it. There is another vote next week that will decide the actual fate of this regulation. But the way it sits right now is that, like a warrant, local law enforcement will have to go get approval to use these types of technologies on their cities. But it does not prevent commercial environments, personal use, or federal law enforcement to use this technology on that city. We think that it's an important step in regulating facial recognition nationally. Not sure if this is the right way to go about it at this stage. I personally think that there should be national regulation. That way you don't have city by city or jurisdiction by jurisdiction regulation, and it creates a lot of laws that each law enforcement agency has to abide by.
That was Startups Weekly. Don't forget to do epic shit, and we see us next week. Bye.